Hi, I'm arch criminal Leonard Scott Collins, and I'm the voice of a forgotten generation here to try to make money doing yoga on the internet. We're continuing to work with our hip openers. So I just want to try something that I got from a website. I want to start in a nice wide angle pose with my hands on my hips and my legs straight. Then I'm going to come down, press my hands on the ground, and then I'm going to rock forward to put my head down. Then I'm going to press back up through my hands and come back up to standing. Let's do 3 of these, exhaling down and inhaling up. Okay, now let's put our arms out in a nice star pose. Then we bring our arms behind us. You think? And then we come down till our elbows are resting on the ground. Yeah. I think so. Let's do something else instead. Let's do this. Inhale, exhale, hands to the hips, exhale down. Inhale, hands to the hips, inhale, arms out. Okay, let's come to sitting. Oh, wow. Okay. Yikes. So I still got those, a little bit of pain in both my ankles, I guess, because that was putting a lot of stress on the outside here. Okay. Let's try some forward folds. This time, why don't we wrap our fingertips around the balls of our feet so that we're standing on our hands. And try to inhale the legs straight and exhale to relax forward. come to a squat. Hands into prayer. This is like your crow pose. Your elbows are on the insides of your knees. And you're pressing out through your groin here. And if you can, try to make the stance wide enough so that you keep your heels on the ground. You know, it's easier here if you come up onto your toes, but properly in this pose, your heels should be on the ground. And so, as your feet come closer and closer together, it's going to be harder and harder to get those heels down. So you want your feet wide enough apart that you can actually relax down through your hips, and then that's the position from which you press out with the arms. There. Come back up into our forward fold. If you found it helpful to curl your hands under the toes like that, do it again. Otherwise, but what I want to do this time is maybe straighten the legs, like say. So prioritizing straighten the legs brings the stretch into the hamstrings. Prioritizing relaxing the spine makes the stretch more into the buttocks and the top of the thighs. So we've already done this one, and then wrapping your hands around the balls of your feet. When you press up, you're stretching your arms long, trying to get some opening through the mid-back too. So, buttocks, hamstrings, mid-back. Different ways to think about your pose. So let's straighten the legs. Spend 5 more rests here. Working on the backs of our things. All right. Flat back and keeping the legs straight. Try to round forward like in your cat-cow. Compensate for any rolling, to work on any rolling that might be happening, you know, like this, across the lumbar. Look down, and I notice in a lot of these videos, I'm slumped forward like this. Flat back could be up like this. You can come lower in flat back, but you come lower not by relaxing the shoulders, you come lower by tilting at the hips. So now relax forward over the toes, again keeping the legs straight. Come back to sitting. A wide angle, our wide-ish angle squat. That's great. Now, square yourself up on your mat. And we're going to try one of the more difficult parts of our moon salutation. We're going to point the toes of the right foot straight out to the right side. And we're going to try to relax down here. The bottom of this is nice and long. this to here, relaxing out to the side. Hands in prayer if you want. And then the opposite leg straight out with the toes going up to the ceiling. Work here, try to straighten your back. If you need to put your hands down, you can. Maybe if you find your knee is falling forward over your toes, widen your stance. Or shorten it is another, yeah, widen your stance. And try to relax down here, opening through the pelvis. We'll do 3 more breaths. 1, 2, 3. All right. Come up to the center. Straighten your legs. And grab hold of the ankles or the feet. And work here by bending and straightening the elbows. Now come over to the opposite side. It's the left foot going long to the left side, and the right foot coming up with the toes to the ceiling. No, let's start the same way we did on the other side. So, start by putting your toes down, opening this leg up nice and wide, headed over to the left. Think about gently, gently, gently starting to open through the groin, and then add the right leg. We're doing 10 breaths here because we did more explaining on the other side. Try to even out our time. 3, 2, 1. We're going to do a couple cat cows. Come to sitting with the legs long in front of you. Pull the meat of the buttocks out. Another forward fold, just relax forward over the toes. Press the hands into the base of the spine and try to push the chest up to counteract some of the back bending we've been doing. Legs stay long and straight. Very good. Now, let's try again. Come into that hexagon shape we've been doing with our legs. Grab the knives of the feet. with the respective hands. That means the inside of your elbow should be with the inside of your knee. Or looks to me like maybe just kind of at the back of the calf here. I'll take 10 breaths here. Bend the knees as much as you need to in order to get your back tilted back. And then with your back tilted back, see how much you can press through the heels to come up into the same position, but balancing on your tailbone. Straighten that back and press through the heels. That's a little better than yesterday. Now let's come in to whatever this is called, maybe a butterfly or something. Try to straighten the back, press the chest out. See about letting the knees fall towards the floor and you pulling forward over your toes. Don't let the knees come up as the chest comes down. The chest should come down at the same time as the knees are also coming down. You're deepening the stretch of the groin in two ways. If you want to, you can open your feet up like a book, or keep the balls of the feet pressed together. See about what the difference is. Now, bring the left knee down onto the floor. And again, we'll do that knife grasp. And then as we straighten our back, the foot might come up off the ground. And you want to work that slowly around, lengthen the leg, but also pull. And the knee will come eventually to the back of the shoulder. Yoga toe lock, press the knee straight, and work to try to keep your back straight as well. You can do this in any position, left to right, as long as your right hip doesn't come off the floor the way mine just did. You want to keep that right hip on the floor. All right. Again, come into butterfly pose. Let's see that back bend. Very good. Right foot down in front of you. Left foot, grab the knife. Look at the shape. Leg goes over, arm goes under, hand goes around the knife of the foot. Back straight and press. You breathe here. Continue trying to work the spine long. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to press through the foot. And again, we want to try to work eventually to get the knee behind the shoulder. You can find photos of BKS Iyengar doing this pose, but since him, no living person has been able to get into it. Since he died, that's it. So, if you're doing it at home, you're the first one since maybe 1997. Okay, now grab the toe, press the knee straight, and again here, inhale to keep the back straight, exhale to straighten the leg, and you can be swinging in and out, which is kind of fun. The main thing is to keep both hips pressed into the floor. Let's do 3 more breaths here. Just fine. I want to kind of do one more very difficult pose here today. So let's come into our dragon posture with the toes together and butt on the ankles. And so we're going to modify this slightly. We're going to bring the toes apart and try to bring the knees together so that our weight helps us to roll the thighs in so I'm holding myself by the ankles here and only letting myself down slowly, because the more your body relaxes into this pose, there's going to be pressure on the knees, pressure on the hips. Again, get yourself to a yoga class. Don't do anything you don't already know how to do. All right. Now, put the hands on the ankles. Press into the ankles. Oh, that's not working. It's called the camel pose. Just counteracting the back bend, then also opening up to the front of the thigh. Press through the ankle. Press through the ankle. Very good. Okay, that's it for today. We got a couple more days of hip opening left, so come back tomorrow and see what I've come up with.